If you're in the live stream, say something in public chat. What's up, buddy? Smug Pie, are you in the live stream too? I'll start answering in like 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. Just wait for everyone else to join. Seven, okay. Wait a little more. I'll give it a little bit more time. Okay. So, okay, I'll start it now. So, someone ask a question and I'll answer it. I knew someone would say something. I knew it. I knew you would say that. Alright, someone ask a question. How to decide strike price to trade option. Okay, so here, let's go here. Trade. Awesome. So we're gonna look at Boeing right now. And you decide what strike you want basically by your technical analysis. So here, we'll look at Boeing real quick. Here it is. Okay, so we have Boeing pulled up here. And we're on the 5-minute chart, as you can see here. Let's look at, we'll look at this breakout right here actually. This is a good breakout. So we see that it broke resistance right here at this level, and it went from 164.59 all the way up to 168.87. And so we can decide what strike to get based on our technical analysis. So we'll put here our resistance. We'll draw it right here. there we have our resistance drawn out. We see a break above resistance, and we see it run. We determine the run based on the second resistance, so we can determine our second resistance with this candle right here. So we'll say it goes right here. We'll consider that second line of second resistance. So then we look for a strike in between 164 and 168. Trade, and then we'll go to option chain here. We'll just do April 3rd. April 3rd. Okay. And then so we said that we were looking for a call since it broke resistance, right? So we'll look on the call side and we'll see what we can find. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so these are the calls right here. And we can just keep looking, and as you see here, at 160, call is $1,765. And you determine based on your account size now. So if you have a lot of money, you can put it towards one of these in the money ones right here, and you will make quick money fast, but just be aware that you also will lose money quick. And if you don't have the proper, if you don't know how the contracts work, you may freak out and sell right away. So you want to look for something that kind of fits your risk tolerance and your account size. So what did we say real quick? Let's go back. So we said we're looking for something in between 168 and 164. We go back here to our trade, 168 and 164. We can look between here and here. So all of these, so these two basically are the only ones that we could look at for in the monies that will gain lots of value. So let's say we're to buy a 165 and it were to go closer to in the money. That's a quick $200, $300 you could make right there from just that slight move. But if we were to go farther out, we can look even farther out. Now these contracts won't gain as much as these contracts will since they're farther out of the money, but you'll still make money off of them. So let's say you have like a $500 account. You can put $325 into a 205 contract, make maybe $30 to $40 off of it, and then sell. It's literally all depends on your account size, really. You want to get as close as you can in the money as possible because that's where you'll make the most money. But I mean, even out of the money contracts like these will make money. Does that answer your question? How did I get Minesweeper? Look at, how did I actually get it? I'm trying to think. Honestly, I think I clicked one of these. Yes, you click this, switch gadget, and you have all of these gadgets right here to look at. Minesweeper is right here. You got your watch list too, Trader TV, Trade Flash. There's also Tetris. Look at that. Look at that, Tetris. But I mean, I play Minesweeper mainly. It's fun when you're bored and you're just watching the market. What to look for when studying charts. You look for patterns and breakouts. So here, we'll look here. So I'll show you. This is how I have my Thinkorswim set up. Like this. Actually, I'm going to do this on-demand thing right here. Now, what this is just, it shows a random time, and it's replaying it. It's replaying the whole day from market open. Look at that. See? Let's speed it up, though. Actually, I've actually never used this, so I don't know how to speed it up. Wait, unless this is it. Yep. Actually, I've actually There we go. Look at that. We just fast forward through time now. Awesome. Here we go. So if you're doing TAs while a market is opening, you want to look for supports and resistance breaks. You want to look for patterns. So we didn't see this pattern, of course, happen just because I had it fast forward. But if we look here, let me draw it for you. Actually, I'll put it a little bigger. Yep. Is this even it? Yeah, okay. That's why. It was the 5 minute. I used 3 minutes. Okay, we'll expand that out some. There we go. So, if we draw the trend and how it's moving, we start to see a triangle form. Look at that. I'll expand it more so that they cross through. So right here, this is a pattern. I like to just call it a triangle pattern. I just like to call it triangle or pennant. But basically what this is that, as you see here, the downtrend is starting to meet up with the uptrend, which is the uptrend would be the supports, the downtrend is the resistance. So if you see it start condensing like it is here, you wait for a break. Typically whenever it breaks is the direction it chooses. So we see here that we get a red candle and we're breaking through the uptrend, and the next candle that happens is a big red candle and we break that triangle trend that we had with that pennant. And then let's see here, actually we use price. Actually, there we go, it's finally coming in. Right here is price action. Right here is telling you the price that people are buying a certain amount of shares at a certain price, and what people are selling a certain amount of shares at a certain price at the exact time. And what you like to look for is stuff like this. I have mine set, so because normally you can just have it set, hold on. Normally you can just have it set to show all sizes, which shows everything, including people who just buy ones. But I like to have mine set to a custom filter of at least 100. And now it shows you everything that's in the hundreds, because the hundreds are the bigger moves. When we see here, look at, so all these green buy orders is what brings the candlestick up. All these red sell orders are what's bringing it down. As you see here, the green is overtaking the red, so that's why it's coming up right there. And I mean, you can see how the price action is working now that I told you that. So you see 422 shares were sold, but they were canceled out because of this buy order and this buy order. These shares were canceled out because of, ooh, look at all those green buy orders, and look at that candle start going up. Look at that candle start going up. And then look at these red orders come in and it starts coming back down. It's a great tool for price action. Great tool. We can even look at some other stocks if we want. Netflix. So let's look at Netflix here. Not much is going on with it, honestly. But if we were to draw simple trend lines, we'll start here, because here's where something forms. So we have that drawn. We can draw, if we wanted to, yeah, we can draw the resistance. And then look at another triangle starting to form. This is known as a bullish triangle. So we can just wait, or we could just fast forward through the day. Let's see what it looks like. If it wants to load. I don't know. I don't know how to use this on demand, honestly. This is literally the first time I've ever used it, but you get the point. You get the point on what I'm trying to show you. Did that answer your question? Awesome. Next question. Turn on comments. Comments aren't. People can type in the YouTube chat if that's what you mean. There's a live chat. Any questions? Who's talking right now? FBI. Determining bid price. What do you mean? What do you mean by that exactly? Like how much you should buy a contract for based on its spread, or what is your risk management on your plays? How do you know when to cut? My risk management is very small. Very, very small. Or it's very tight, I mean. So I'll show you. I like to use TradingView just to show you guys. So this was our Apple play the other day. We entered here on this break above resistance, and we sold up here, right here. We didn't hold till the very top, but we sold right here at a decent price. And so basically what I saw was I base my risk management off the charts. So if I see that we buy here and I see Apple go below support, which is this line, and I see it fall here, I would sell because it broke the support that I originally had for it, and it would hit my discomfort level or my discomfort zone. But if it runs, I let it run. I let it run exactly here, exactly like it did here. The only reason why I sold was because it was coming up to previous resistance. See, here, here, especially here, and here, then here. We can even go back some. Here. Like, it was hitting a major resistance, so that's why I sold. Sometimes people say not to chase and stuff. How do you determine how much to buy it at? Okay, so my golden rule with the signals is that if we call a signal out and you're about to buy it and it's $10, $15 above the signal price, I would recommend to not buy it. To not buy it at all, because if it drops and we sell, you're going to lose more money than we did. But let's say I have a play and it's below what I signaled it at. That's up to you to either get in, because then you'll be getting in at a better price than I did, and if I lose, you'll be losing less money than I lost. But if the signal wins, you'll be making more money than the signal made because you bought at a better price. Does that answer your question? Do I only trade off the 3-minute chart? Not all the time. Not all the time, but mainly yes. If you look at my grids here, you can see my Netflix is at 5 minutes, these are at 3 minutes, this is at 3 minutes, even if I turn off on demand. See, everything is still at 3 minutes. I like using 3 minutes a lot because it shows detail, but not too much detail. And I like using the 5-minute chart just because it makes everything a lot easier to look at in patterns, for patterns and stuff. For example, here, we'll look at Netflix on a 3-minute and Netflix on a 5. So we see here, this drop is just this, but we can see it as a nicer drop using the 5-minute. If I paid attention to this when the market was falling, I would have bought a put here or here. Same part. It's the same part. It just looks nicer in a 5-minute, and it's easier to tell the downtrend. I mainly use Thinkorswim charts just because it's real time, and I feel like Thinkorswim is quicker than TradingView when it comes to uploading their chart, like real time data. But I mean, I use TradingView just because it's simple and it looks nice too. Like, I mean, this looks really nice to look at compared to, let's say, this. Compared to this, like, I'd prefer looking at that than this for this part. See, doesn't even look good. Especially, we can even look at it here. See, TradingView just looks nicer, in my opinion, but I like using Thinkorswim because it's faster. I also like using the tools in TradingView. Like, it's a lot simpler. Like, I can just click Alt H and draw a resistance line. I can just click Alt H and draw supports. Like, it's very simple to use. Do it here, here. Yes, it is recommended to day trade more on a smaller account, because a swing trade can be very unpredictable, especially at times like now. The only trade, yes. Any other questions? Can you explain volume? Sure. Okay. So here. So what is volume basically? Volume is the amount of people who are buying and selling at a certain time. So for example, we can use these 3-minute charts. And this is our volume right here. These blue lines, this is all volume. And it represents the millions. So anything here is 1 million. Anything below is less than a million. So we see volume is pretty low throughout the day on Friday. Here, actually, I know a better way to look at it. Here we go. Let's make it bigger. I'll get rid of this stuff too, so we can just see a full chart. Stretch it out some. Awesome. There we go. So we use volume to determine how much flow is going through the market basically. So we see here on the big red days that we've had where we've dropped lots and lots of points, where we dropped lots, and you can also see here where we've gained a lot, that there is I'm going to use this one, that there is volume that goes throughout the day that causes all these pumps to happen. So for example, we see here during our run-up, volume wasn't that high. Volume was sitting at like 29 million, 32 million, look at that. Like, I mean, the most it ever got to was 70 million. 70 million around that time. But, I mean, we knew we were in an uptrend, so we knew the economy was doing well and everything like that, until COVID-19 hit. And you can see here, volume really begins to pick up. Volume picks up even more here. We're at 57, and then boom, we pick up even more on a big red day, 78. And then when we had the biggest pump and when we had the biggest pump right here yet, we had our volume surge all the way up to 106 million. This was the most volume we had for this year so far. So volume helps determine how much the market is moving throughout a certain volume helps determine how much the market moves throughout the day. If there's a lot of volume in a candle, that means that there's a lot of people who think that it should go up. We'll look at it on a better example here. We'll look at it on a breakout, on a 3-minute breakout. We can look at it here. Boom. So here we can see here volume's low throughout this pattern area right here. Throughout this pattern, it's around 207,000, 198,000. But then, as we see, when we start to break out of this pattern and go up, volume picks up, like look at here, we got 226. Okay, now we surged up here, 386, and then boom, it keeps going up and up. Volume shows you as volume, like so 3 a.m. if we see green candle 25. So on 3 a.m. if we see green candle. Hold up. So on 3 minute if we see green. Are you talking about 3M the stock? Like 3M the time frame, or 3 million volume? So you think BA gonna shoot up? Let's see. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see here. Can you explain premium and what it means? Premium just means the price of the contract. That's all premium means. I'll show you. So premium for a 160 call is $17.65. So it's $1,765. That's your premium. That's all premium means. It's just the price of the contract. Nothing fancy. Okay, so you think BA gonna shoot out? Let's go back to BA. So we're looking at the 1-day charts. Here's something that I learned from someone. Hedge funds like to use the 4-hour charts. They really love their 4-hour charts. So I mean, we see here. Honestly, this could be a cup and handle pattern. Let's look here. Okay, so typically what a cup and handle pattern is, I'll draw it out for you. Cup and handle pattern is where, hold on, why is my brush not there? There we go. So here, so cup and handle pattern is where it dips and then it goes up and then it hits its previous resistance, which only falls down to form the handle, and then what happens next is that it shoots up. This is probably something I'm actually going to look out for. I'm going to keep this updated for the next couple days. Let's see here. Let me add an alert here. Notify apps and email now. Every time it crosses. Crossing it up. What are some options that go the other way of the market? What do you mean? Like inverse of the market? Well, I mean, if we're talking about inverses, then the VIX. We can compare the VIX to SPY. VIX and SPY. Look at complete inverse of each other. As this goes down, this goes up. As soon as SPY crashed, VIX went up. There's some ETFs or some stocks that the market will go down. I mean, UES and DES, I guess, but there's no options for them. See? As DES shot up, UES shot down. As UES went down, DES shot up. What do you search for to help pick stocks to trade? Nothing. I just look up what's on my watch list and I look for patterns. Sometimes read news, depends what news comes out. Yep, this is my watch list right here. Apple, AMD, Amazon, ATV, Activision, AXP, Boeing, Bank of America, Baidu, Beyond Meat, Cisco, Disney, EA, Facebook. I love Facebook right now. It's so easy. Google. I liked Google a lot during our pump. Google was our main baby during the pump. It was great. You have to understand what you're trading too. That's why I have them. Like, Netflix contracts don't move the same as like Walmart or Target contracts. Especially Tesla contracts. They do not move the same as Facebook contracts. What do you recommend for a new person starting with $500? I recommend you follow the signals. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, just a little bit. But follow the signals, play everything that's under $300. $300 you cap out at. Anything above $300 is too much for you, because then you're placing, like, you'll probably be placing more than like 80 to 90% of your account per trade if you do more than 300. If you really want to get risky, do 350. But like I said, 300. Imagine if they didn't fix the infinite leverage glitch. Everyone would be rich. Robinhood would lose everything. Oh yeah, this is my trading view watch list. Look at all this. These strategies work with currency pairs too, right? Yes, sir. Forex is a lot of patterns. That's what Forex is. Forex is mainly pattern readings and trends and everything. So we can even look at the British pound to the Japanese yen. Our resistance breakout still holds true. Our trends. still hold true. It works for everything. Just join, what I missed. Well, good thing this is DVR playback, so after we're done streaming this, you can go through and rewatch everything. Any indicator you prefer using, like moving average? Yeah. I sometimes use this one, I'll show you. Where is it? For charts, let me pull up that one. Apple, we'll go to 3 minute again. Okay, let me go to my studies. Here we go. This is just VWAP. This is all this is. This is literally just VWAP, so I like using VWAP. We can see that if it tries to break through VWAP, it'll fall back down, but if it breaks VWAP, it runs up. We can see here that when it hits VWAP, it drops, or top of the VWAP, it drops. I like using VWAP a lot. VWAP stands for volume weighted average price, just as well. But I mean, that's all I use really. Any other questions? I'm gonna probably have to wrap this up soon. How long has it been going on? Let's see here. 12:07. It's been going on for like 40 minutes. That's a long time. Doesn't even seem like it. You use Thinkorswim? Yes, sir. That's all I use. For example, what are you talking about, Nina Saab? Oh, can we go through the meeting real quick? Yeah. So here, let's go through trade. What are we talking about? Apple 4.2, 4.3, 50 call, 144. Okay. So what that basically means is that you're saying buy to open Apple 4.2 expiration date 550 call. So you would find 50 here, but obviously 50 wouldn't be here right now. 50 call, and then you'd click it, and then if it says at 144, then you would look, make sure it says 144, and you click confirm and send. And Tetris. You can't forget about Tetris. Look at that. Thinkorswim. That's the program. I mean, yes, you do need it. It's good for the phone. How do we get it? You go to tdameritrade.com. Where is it? Tools and platforms. Thinkorswim. And then where is it? And then you click here. And then once you click here, it'll start downloading it for you. Y'all got 8 minutes left, so I'm gonna wrap this up soon. I'm gonna wrap it up in like a minute or two. Any other questions, or I'll answer like one or two more. Do you recommend Robinhood for rookies? No, I recommend you learn Thinkorswim right away because it takes like 5 minutes to learn. Okay, and let's see here. That'll be all for today, honestly, because my computer is about to die. But I mean, I say we had a pretty good live stream for today. If you guys enjoyed it, just make sure to leave a thumbs up. You can rewatch this anytime you'd like. And yeah, have a good day. See y'all tomorrow.